Hey, what's going on everybody? Jason here, and welcome to the start of a brand new series where I review all of the gunfight maps in Call of Duty. This is episode 1. In this video, I will be reviewing Mansion from Black Ops Cold War. Mansion is the newest gunfight map that was introduced to Black Ops Cold War in Season 2. At the start of the game, your team will spawn in one of two courtyards, either the gazebo courtyard or the statue courtyard. From there are multiple ways to engage the enemy. The first way is to run straight down the middle and go into the center of the map near the construction site. Next, there is a side room, and in that side room, it's very close quarters and very tight knit, good for close quarters combat and for ambushing your enemy. And the third option is to climb to the second story, where not only can you find an enemy to engage them, but if you end up taking control of the top section of the map, you have a good bird's eye view of not only the entrance of the side room to the middle of the map, but the middle of the map as well. And of course, the overtime flag spawns in the direct center of the map. What I really like about Mansion is that you can hold many different sight lines to try to spot an enemy. And like I said earlier, if you can gain control of the second floor of the map on the top section, not only do you have a good bird's eye view of the middle of the map, but you can also get coverage of both spawns. This can be very helpful for when the enemy tries to rotate back to spawn and play defensively and wait for you to come to them. You have a better sightline on them because you can cover more ground with your bird's eye view. Also, being on the top lane of the map is very contested. Not only do you have a direct sightline to the opposite side of the map where the enemy might jump up, but there are two giant obstacles in your way that can either benefit or not help you at all. To put it simply, you have to be on your A game if you want to take control of the top lane of the map. The beginning of the match can also be highly contested. Depending on which side of your spawn that you spawn in on, you can look through the door to the middle of the map and it sees right through to the enemy spawn. If your opponent decides to peek that door and look at your spawn and you happen to be there, it's going to be a quick engagement at the beginning of the match and one of you is going to end up dying. This can be a massive power play at the beginning of your match. The other lane of the map, which is the side room, is a very close quarters area. A lot of the times, players will camp in that hallway and wait for you to come to them. There are a lot of corners in that small hallway, and depending on which direction you look will depend on if you live or die. If you and your opponent find yourselves in that side room, it's going to be a quicker engagement than some of the other lanes on the map. Unlike the beginning pick, you really don't have that many areas to go when you're in this side room. You can only retreat back to your spawn. Whereas with the sight line at the beginning of the match where you can look to the other person's spawn, at least you can retreat to either side of you to try to avoid gunfire, and for the top lane of the map, you can at least retreat backwards behind a wall or go back to your spawn. In this side room, you really don't have that option because it's all so close quarters. And finally, let's talk about the middle of the map. The middle of the map is definitely the hardest area of this map to control. You have to pay attention to 4 separate doors from the spawns, you have to pay attention to the top lane above you, and you have to pay attention to the entrance to the side room. There are so many places that you can be shot from in the middle of the map, and I hardly ever see players try to control the middle of the map. The only time it's somewhat of a good idea to go to the middle of the map is if you're trying to pinch the opponent for your teammate or if you're trying to capture the overtime flag. All in all, this is why I think Mansion is a great gunfight map. You have different areas of the map that encourage different playstyles, such as close quarters combat, long range combat, and medium range combat. Mansion is one of those maps that you can play very strategically and you can go balls to the wall with your playstyle. Not to mention, the map looks really cool too. Now, let's give Mansion a rating. I really like all of the unique sight lines and all of the different angles that you can hold on this map. I like the diverse lanes on the map where you have an on top position where you can have good map control. You have the close quarters areas of the maps, and you have a lot of very interesting areas as a whole. Personally, Mansion is one of my favorite gunfight maps as of right now in Call of Duty, and it's a really good time to play it. Personally, I think Mansion is a great gunfight map, which is why I think Mansion from Black Ops Cold War is a 9 out of 10. And that, guys, is the end of episode 1 of my gunfight map reviews. What did you guys think of the video, and what do you think of Mansion as a gunfight map? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I definitely want to try something new with my content on my channel, and of course I love playing zombies, but I also love playing gunfight. So I figured, what the heck, I'm going to give some new content a try. Anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this video and you haven't already, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you're a brand new viewer, and check out all the links down below in the description so you stay up to date with everything that I do. And with that said, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, depending on where you are in this crazy world, and I'll see you guys next time.